Thank you for the opportunity to share an update from last Wednesday after receiving the Tao Light Holes and Golden Liquid Springs as a demo. And for me, it has been significant. Backstory, last November 2020, I sustained a health event that affected my lungs with blood clots. And it was extensive. It reduced my breathing quite significantly and my energy levels. And through my healing process, I got to a place where my energy levels still have not come back, and my breathing has been challenging. After receiving the Tao Light Holes, it has fully opened my lungs, full oxygen. And actually, after receiving, I was so excited and felt so, my lungs had opened up so much, I had to go for a walk. So at 8 o'clock that night, I went out for a 40-minute walk. And normally my legs felt like they had weights. They felt hollow. And there was no weights. I was walking with energy, and my breathing was expansive. It's a game changer for me. It has been a complete game changer, and I am so grateful. I encourage anyone that is having challenges, that they are in this healing process, to boost your process of opening up these areas that the light holes, what they accomplish is phenomenal. And I thank you, Jimena, for heavens choosing me to be a demo. And most of all, I thank with deepest gratitude, Master Sha. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome everyone to the Master Sha Tao Center in Vancouver. And wasn't that amazing? And these kinds of stories are happening every day. You can receive a reading yourself. To receive one of these Tao Golden Light Holes, if the team would like to please post in the chat box. You can also look under the eye, the information in the live stream, and click on the link to register for a personal consultation to find out about how you can receive these treasures as well. I'm greatly honored to be here with you today. My name is Cynthia Hamilton, and I'm one of the master teachers here at Master Sha Tao Center in Vancouver. And I'm very, very honored to be introducing a special guest tonight. And many of you here are here because of this special guest. I sit here, I stand here in this position today because of Master Sha and because of Dr. Peter. And so let me speak a little bit about Dr. Peter. It's very heart-touching to speak about Dr. Peter. I first met him in 2007. And at that time, my mind was running my life. And in my mind, I was so excited to meet a physician who was interested in how spirituality affects health. I met him when I read an article in a journal called Body Heals. It was actually a presentation, a workshop called Body Heals. And I was scanning through all of the abstracts. And then one of them said, Dr. Peter Hudoba. And the title was Spirituality and Health. And that really woke me up. It's like, wow, a physician who's interested in spirituality and health. And so I had to find out about this person. And what did I do? Like us all, when we want to find out more about people, I Googled. And I found out that he was teaching in the area where I live. How fortunate. And so I went to the very next presentation he was leading. And from that day, from that very first presentation I attended, I continued to attend every single presentation he offered. And that was back in 2007. And so, if you open up the bio for Dr. Peter at drshaw.com, it says, Peter Hudoba is a certified master teacher and certified calligraphy teacher trained by Master Zhigang Sha. He has dedicated his life to supporting Master Sha's teachings. Peter's professional background is in university education as a highly successful neurosurgeon, teacher, and researcher. And you read those words, and they don't tell you about the heart of this very special person. It goes on to say he travels worldwide, and of course these days the travel worldwide is all done via webcasts. He still travels worldwide and teaches and offers lectures as now a grandmaster on soul, mind, body alignment and enlightenment. His desire is to teach anyone how to maintain good health and to help people reach enlightenment. How to help people reach enlightenment. Right there and then, one of the first things that grabbed me was his story about how he first met Master Sha. And he wrote about it in this book, My Enlightenment Journey. And if you have not yet got this book, put it on your wish list. Order yourself a copy and get one. It is like a manual. It can help you on your enlightenment journey. And it says can be a model for the enlightenment for any spiritual being. And in his second book, Shen Medicine, Changing Messages of Illness to Health, as told by a neurosurgeon, Dr. Hudoba explains this unique approach to healing and presents results of his research. And Peter is also a lineage holder of one of the oldest Taoist traditions in the world. And that all by itself is an amazing feat. He is actually the 374th lineage holder of a very ancient lineage and the only non-Chinese person in that lineage. He leads special classes for the most dedicated students of Tao, and I am so honored to have been one of those students. And he resides in Vancouver, where he offers public lectures and personal consultations. And much, much more. In the video at the beginning, you saw the case of Barbara Parks, who had a very serious health condition. Could be life-threatening, this health situation. Well, as you know, Dr. Peter, many of you know Dr. Peter is now the head of the research, the Tao research for the Shaw Research Foundation. There have been 19 research studies, over 600 participants in those studies, some with the significant results, as you saw in the opening video. And as I mentioned, beyond all of their credentials, of which I have only mentioned a few, is the heart of this very special person. The heart that can help a student go through the ups and the downs, go through the difficulties of recovering from a potential life-threatening condition. And he's here today to speak to us all about Shen medicine and beyond, because he is channeling the information. It is coming through him, and what he's going to present tonight, we do not know for sure. So get ready to receive whatever it is that he's going to offer us tonight. Open your hearts and welcome Dr. Peter Hudoba.
Thank you, Cynthia. Such a beautiful introduction. Wow, that's amazing. You guys are growing. You are becoming such an amazing master teachers. That's so wonderful. Ah, yeah. Well, I am back at home to be with all of you. Uh, and to be with the Vancouver team is always so very special for me, as you know. So that's the mothership, what do you say, mother, like a port, mother port. When I travel, always come back, and now I am with you. It's so amazing that we have been guided by heaven to offer so many different lectures. And what was the most amazing is how perfect they are fitting. No matter what we try, no matter what we do, it always come back that it is very useful. And as you, most of you definitely experienced, I don't know how it was in other places, but we had a 2 evenings ago, we had a power outage. Yeah. There were big floods in BC. There was a storm, and then some areas are still flooded, and so we had no electricity. So I went to the shelf, pull off my flashlight, pull off everything, and it took us 5-10 minutes to set up the fire in the fireplace, and we were running. Soon we could warm up our dinner, and we had music. I crank up the radio, listen to the news, what's happening out there, and no problem. The lectures which we gave for the preparation to these unexpected events proved to be very practical. For me, we could use it right away. And also the many other things that we are doing, that we are studying, are showing over the time that they are very practical, that whatever heaven guides us to do, it's very good, and so we can carry on and teach students whatever they need. And it's, of course, for me also, I learn a great deal, wonderful things that I need to have for my life. So we are going to teach in 2 weeks or 10 days, we are going to teach the Shen medicine. And Shen medicine in this lecture will be a bit different than it was before. There are things that will be added, some new, and some that do not need to be mentioned. But so for those who are new to us, let's mention what is the Shen medicine about. Shen medicine tells us that everything has a message. Every illness has a message. So how we can use it practically? Well, everything what happens in the human body has a message for it, how it should work. And when the message is not correct, then things don't function well. Then there is an illness. And when there is an illness, what we do, we change the message back to normal message, we correct the message, and then things should start to work better. So that's the main idea of Shen medicine. We have messages in our physical body. We have messages that are called genes. So genes is just so many messages for anything what happens in the cell. We are digesting, and the cell needs to secrete out the digesting juices. There is a message for that. There is a message to tell the heart 72 times a minute. There is a message for it. There is a message for everything else. If the message is not good, then the heart is not contracting regularly, maybe to like arrhythmia. Yeah. So then we correct message, and then poop, 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 it is contracting regularly. That's a very simple explanation. Then there are messages in our mind. We use them, we can use them, we give the bad message, and then we can give a good message also. The good message is, for example, in hypnosis, you are given the message, stop smoking. And then they want to, well, as soon as you get cigarette, oh, I don't really like it. You don't know why, but the message kicks in your mind. You don't want to have the cigarette. So that's a good message given to your mind. Yeah. And then we have messages on emotional level. We have messages on energy level. We have messages also on spiritual level. Those are messages from our mistakes. They bring the message to our body also. Yeah. And so the Shen medicine is basically correcting messages. We can have the psychiatric disorders. Someone has a trauma in their life that is a severe message, and then they have an emotional problem, they have a mental problem, depression, anxiety, and so forth. Well, the things are approximately like that. So how we are going to correct message? Well, for example, right now, we can offer our body a very good message. And this is, I'm going to teach you there in detail. This is my new teaching. The teaching I have not been teaching you before. I am going to teach you how to work with the water. How we can work with the water in the body. The issue is that many health practices around the world at the moment, they are focusing on the energy. And definitely that is great. In the body, we have a lots of energy. And illness happens when the energy is not correctly organized. But in the body, besides energy, we also have a water. Well, what kind of energy we have? How do we know? Well, touch your body is warm. If you would touch the dead body, then you know there is a difference. The dead body is cold and the living body is warm. That's the energy, thermic energy. That's one right away there. And then there are other types of energies. But at any rate, we also have a water. Our body is 60 to 70% water. And so we better have the water well organized. Not only well organized, but healthy. You know, water can be unhealthy, yeah? Like a ditch water. It's very unpleasant smell, not very healthy. And when we have the water not well organized in body, we may have, for example, edema, swelling somewhere. And people can suffer from the water in the lungs. It doesn't belong there, yeah? We need to take it away. And so there are many different examples. What does it mean to have a problem with the water? Let's get working on the water. Now, how do we work on the water? We work on the water by working on the water. So we asked heaven, the Tao, you know, the universe, bring us pure, clean message to our water. And so we ask heaven to please clean my water or fill me with a pure heavenly water. Master Shah has been teaching that. It's very clear, very simple. but he was using the water to develop a jindan. And we have a beautiful mantra for it. Dao Sheng Yi Tian Yi Zhen Shui Jin Jing Yue Yan Ru Da Han Tian. Dao Sheng Yi, Dao produce one. Tian Yi Zhen Shui, heavenly true water. Dao Sheng Yi Tian Yi Zhen Shui. Jin Jing Yue, create from the heavenly water special liquid. Yan Ru Dan Tian, then develop the Jindan. But that is not the practice we are going to do today. So that's a different story. That's a working on Jindan. What we are going to do, we are going to work on our water. So we ask heaven, Dao Sheng Yi Tian Yi Zhen Shui, the heaven, please create for us a pure water, pure message for our water. And please clear our water in the body whenever it may be. If it is still in the bladder, we still can clean the water also. We give the nature a clean water. So that's okay. Every water is good. Huh? So we will serve the universe, creating water and then giving out. Every drop of the water eventually comes out. Nothing we can do about it. And so we bring the new water and give the water out also. So let's do it. Put your palms, show me your left thumb, grab it like this, fold, put on the lower dantian. Energy center just below the belly button. Focus on the lower dantian, 2.5 inch below belly button, 3.5 inch backwards in the body. Visualize the center and fill it up with a pure water. And we ask, dear heaven, dear Tao, all saints, whatever you believe in, please fill up my lower dantian, fill up my physical water in my body with pure element water, Shen Qi Jing of element water. Please fill my element water, please my element water fully filled with pure heavenly water, with Tao water. Yeah, purified. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so we will now chant. Dao Sheng Yi Tian Yi Zhen Shui. No, we will not chant it. We will chant Ren Di Tian Dao Shui He Yi. Ren is the heaven. Tian, Ren Di, Di is earth. Tian is heaven. Dao is the source. So Ren Di Tian Dao means human, earthly, heavenly, and source water join as one. So my water joined with heaven, with Tao, with earth water. Yeah. So this way we feel it. So do close your eyes, do your own invocation, and then we join chanting together. Okay, and we will be chanting. So focus on your lower dantian and follow me. Ren Di Jian Dao Shui He Yi. 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 人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。好，now chant silently. We will be chanting silently. Rendi, 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 人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一。人地见到水合一，人地见到水合一， 人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一，人的见到水合一。好。That was a wonderful, that was absolutely wonderful practice. What we will do, we will stand up and we will do a standing practice also, tracing the Tao. But meanwhile, we just have a little bit of teaching further. Who would like to share? How was your practice? I saw that the Monique, okay, Mademoiselle Monique, Madame.
Thank you. Thank you so much, so much. You know, as soon as we started chanting, wow, the water, I felt the water from earth, deep, the earth, like went deep in, like in a cavern, bringing the purest water filled with minerals and nutrients. And then my third eye, my spiritual eye showed me a fountain from above, like a high fountain. But I did not see water molecules. I saw golden sparks. golden sparks coming down. And that came right in the lower dantian and my body water. And I look at everywhere in the body where we have molecules, because we cannot really see the water. It's not like a river of water. It's everywhere in the body, molecules of waters. And it combined with the water from heaven, water from earth, my own body water. And it was like purifying, purifying. And I had so much saliva. I had to swallow so much. And I don't know, my whole body felt like giggling. It was like the water was tickling me everywhere. And it felt really, really joyous. I still feel really, really joyous. It's like this water purification is like tickling inside my whole body. So thank you so much. It was so powerful. And when you put the tracing on, wow, it felt like my third eye saw even higher, like very, I couldn't see the source of that water fountain or sparkling came down. It's like, wow, it was so serene. Like everything became really serene. So thank you, Dr. Peter.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for the beautiful sharing. Thank you. Anybody else? Sarah or Cynthia? Sarah, please. And then Cynthia.
Thank you so much, Master Peter, for that beautiful practice. And Monique and I see other people posting in the chat, the sacred liquid was just flowing. I've really never experienced it quite like that. And I thought, when you announced that, I thought, wow, that's brilliant. Oh my gosh, we need to be doing this all the time. And the other thing was that the sacred liquid is so filled with light. I mean, it is so bright. It is just amazing when it comes in. So I feel I feel really bright. I see the light in myself, and it didn't really occur to me that the water also carried Tao light. So just beautiful to experience and watch. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Cynthia.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Peter. When you brought on the calligraphy, the internet connection went down. The frequency was so high. And there were so many comments in the chat box, and we can't see them now. I guess they're in the first part now. But that huge frequency and vibration. And of course, Master Shah's been teaching and telling us about the importance of water. And here you go today, leading us in this practice. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Beautiful. So, as I said, what is important is that our water is clean. So this is what we do to bring the heavenly water, Tao water, earth water, essence to clean our own water. So by doing this, we are changing message in the water. But there is also another way how we can change the message in the water. And it is to bring our water into lapis harmony with our body, to bring the lapis harmony to our water. When our water is not working well, sometimes doesn't work, sometimes working too much, then it's not fun. So we better have our water working perfect, and all the water in the body is in lapis harmony. If we have somewhere too much of water, somewhere not enough water, for example, that's not good. So how about we are bringing another message? This is not a message that to bring the clean, purity. We are bringing lapis and harmony to establish a lapis harmony and balance in our water. So we have just perfect water. In the summer, we got a problem because it was too hot and not enough water. So then our forest started to burn. So not enough water is not good. Well, there were no rain, everything was so dry, and then boom, one spark, poof, and then the big forest burning. So not enough water is not good. But now we had a floods. Too much of water is not good enough either. Too much of water and poor people and married the whole city flooded, you know, in Abbotsford cities. There were the highways, mudslides. Too much of water, not good either. So it's good to have a lapis harmony in the water, yes, in our body. So let's ask heaven, everybody silently you ask the dear heaven, please bring my water into lapis harmony. My water, love you. Lapis harmony. Okay, the established lapis harmony. And so I will share with you, and we will, this time we will stand up and we will trace the calligraphy. We chant lapis harmony and we also stand up and trace. How. We are extremely blessed, we are extremely honored, we are extremely grateful. How. Anyone would like to share your experience with this beautiful practice?
I
Yes,
would.
Monique, please.
Yes. And there was a totally different experience this time with the balance. And actually, my eyes became very moist, and my whole body felt warm. And before I used to have cold hands, this was a warmth. And so, but I went somewhere else with the practice, Dr. Peter. I was thinking, the water that is like some cities, they are shortage of water. I went and it felt like aligning with the earth, water, purifying the water, balancing the water level. My heart just opened up completely to the places around the world where water is a big issue. There's not enough water or too much water. And I just felt my heart so expansive, like just a lot of compassion, very, very, lots of compassion for the people who are, suffering because of the issue with water, the imbalance of water. And and I don't know, I had images of children around the world too that are so suffering because of the lack of hydration and suffering tremendously because of the lack of water. And my heart just opened up completely and it just traveled so far, so deep. Thank you for the experience with Love, Peace, Harmony. Thank you.
Thank you, Monique. Merci beaucoup. Do we have any comments on the chat, or I don't know, do you work broadcast is on the live stream?
Yes, we do, Master Peter, but my internet is very intermittent tonight. So Monique, would you mind reading some of the comments for us, please?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Dr. Peter. Yes, so because the computer also had a shortage. So Monica Vance writes, I love peace, harmony. And Vanessa, I feel a lot more peace in my heart, in my whole body. And Maureen says, yes, compassion. And Anna, I very much enjoy this meditation with tracing. I wonder where we can find this calligraphy to practice with. So maybe, I know this is Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation that has this calligraphy. So maybe, Dr. Peter, you can share how you got this calligraphy at some point. And Nori writes, I feel filled with love and a wonderful joy. I love the practice with beloved Dr. Peter. Thank you so much. And Arte Timmons writes, I am relaxed and warm. Tracing the calligraphy, it seems that I was inside the calligraphy. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for posting.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you from my heart. Well, that calligraphy you can get is in through Lapis Harmony Foundation. There was a fundraising done several months ago, earlier this year, and everyone who donated then received this beautiful calligraphy. So I did receive it, and I took a picture, and so you can trace. So maybe you connect with the Lapis Harmony, the movement on the website, and you can ask them if you can get some of this calligraphy. Maybe they will send you. So that's great. So here we are, slowly coming to the end of our evening together. And I'm so happy that we can do the event next weekend. So mark your calendars, and it's always good for me to come home. I feel so happy when I come. Some of you are with me for many years, and now you are with Master Jimena. So that's perfectly okay. We are, serving the same mission. and we are having one teacher, and that's Master Shah. But it was such a great joy to be for years and years together, yeah, to share whatever came our way. Many fascinating experiences. Wow, that was my life in the center, 6 years. Just every day, I remember so many beautiful moments. Oh, well, that's what it is. So allow me now, we will end my part, and then you can carry on with your program. I will end with a blessing. Close your eyes.一世的爱无条件爱，如花才能心经生命，二大灌输，原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐。三大慈悲，愿力增强，福众生，功德无量。四大光明啊，我在道观中啊，道观在我中，多吉多明。无大谦卑，柔弱不争，继续精进世间悲，别忘章。六大和谐，三人同行，其力传经，成功秘诀。七大长生道子一夫，心上积德，道业长生。八大感恩，道生的养，再辈慈惠，道恩永君。九大福是为公护，无私奉献，上乘法门。十大圆满，灵性道生圆满，人地天道神仙地。复数年再各邦。I got so happy. Love, peace, harmony, tender, what more do we want? Okay, well, thank you all. Thank you, wonderful team, to host me, for your beautiful company. And see you very soon. We will see each other on next weekend. Love you all. I love you. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Peter. So please post in the chat how you are feeling now. Just to be in the presence of Dr. Peter Some of you have been at the most recent retreats and know where he is standing. His soul is standing at this time. And as much as we loved having Master Peter, at that time he was Master Peter, he's now Dr. Peter, back in 2007 and for those many years, he is at an amazing place now. So just by coming on with us, with him for 45 minutes, post in the chat box how you are feeling now, and then join. I'm asking the team to please post in the chat box the registration link for the introduction, which will be next Friday, the 26th of November from 6 to 9:30 p.m. And then the workshop itself will be Saturday and Sunday, the 27th and 28th from 10 till 6 p.m. So imagine what you feel like now for 45 minutes and how you can feel for days and hours with Dr. Peter Hudoba. He makes it look so easy. He makes it look so easy. And one of my favorite videos, actually, of Dr. Peter was the time he was presenting. I believe he was presenting in Colorado. And he started, and maybe we can find that video on YouTube. He was having a period of divine joy. Do you remember that, Monique? If you can find that video, Sarah, if you can find that video, that would be great. We can share it. You know, he had the microphone, and he was remembering the time when he was a teenager and he was a musician, and he just went into this divine laughter, and it was just divine was flowing through him, and he was just, the whole crowd was breaking into laughter as well. And that's what it can be like to be in the presence of someone who has reached his level. We can be in that field. We can be in the Tao calligraphy healing field and in the field of Dr. Peter. And we can be experiencing what he is radiating out. So please register for the introduction, register for the full event, and join. People have shared how they are feeling. I'm seeing Anna says, I feel joy. I feel physically better. Yes, you know, Tao Shi Zai, Tao joy and happiness. It's really hard. You can even forget whatever is going on and whatever's not going right in your life when you're in that space of divine joy. Brianna, I felt a huge light come to my message center. So much light. I truly melded with it. Yes. Urina, thank you so much, dear Master Peter. Dr. Peter. Lorraine, thank you. We call him Dr. Peter. Really blessed to be in the field of joy, love, peace, and harmony. And Melissa, so grateful to have the opportunity to be in the Tao calligraphy healing field and hearing the wisdom Master Teacher Dr. Peter had to share with us this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really love you. Maureen, yes. Reminiscent. So Maureen, I think you remember that video as well. And Terry Ferguson, thank you, Dr. Peter. Beautiful. Tenda chanting and blessing. Loved the spontaneous, playful and joyful conclusion. Love you, Athena and Terry. And love you, Athena and Terry. Anna, my body still vibrates. Wonderful. Yes, so everyone, thank you for your posts. Melissa, I was crying and I realized a lot of negative thoughts that were in my mind. So yes, when you're in the presence of divine Tao, Shi Zai, Tao, joy and happiness, it can open your heart and then you can let go, let go. This is what Master Shah is telling us. Let it go. Let it all go. Okay, so do we have the video ready to show now? Let's just, it's posted in the chat box. Each of you can watch it for yourself and prepare yourself for a time of joy, Tao joy and happiness as we join together with Dr. Peter at the introduction next Friday and then the workshop Saturday and Sunday. So share with your friends, register yourself, and join us. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, everyone. Bye-bye for now.